Hi, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Thank you for watching. This is my video that we're doing today, just to take you through how to make this card using the new Stamparatus. I love this tool and how it can create lots of different effects for you and lots of different things. But today I'm literally just showing you how you can make multiples of a card very simply, very quickly, using multiple stamps, just with some simple setup. So you can't see all of the plates very well on my video because I can't get my camera high enough, but I can take them off and show you what I've got on all the various sides. So we'll be doing that, and you can see this one well enough, so that's good. You've got stamps on both sides here. So this is the card that we'll be making, and I want to make a few of these, so I will show you what we are doing. We're going to be using the Perennial Birthday stamp set, which is from the Spring Summer catalogue here. This one, it goes with the lovely kit, but we're actually just using the stamps this time, and I took inspiration from these cards that had been made for the catalogue spread, and I thought I would like to make some simpler versions that I can make repeats of, so we can make a few at the same time. So I wanted to add some ribbon because I like this beautiful white sheer organza ribbon, so we're going to be making this. So the first thing you need to do is you need to line up where all your stamps are going to go, and I knew that I wanted my stamps to be along here at the bottom of the card. So you'd think that the first thing I would do would line up these dots, but actually the first thing I did was I lined up these flowers. So I worked out where I wanted to position that, and the way I did that was I literally just took them off, put my piece of cardstock in. Now if you're working with a stamp that goes really close to the edge, you'll need to bring it down, but for this one you can butt it up against these two edges. And I then popped this stamp kind of roughly where I wanted it to be. I might bring that in a bit actually. There we go. Just so it's got some space around it. That's where I wanted it to be, and then I just picked that up from there. This one on this side, I took it up and out and switched it round so it would come in the other side. Now I've moved that stamp, I'm going to stamp this one first, and then I'll show you how I position the second one. So pop those back in, come in and out very easily. And this sentiment I wanted to be along the base here. So what I actually did was I actually lined up the words, like this length line of the words, with the grid that's on the back of this. I don't know if you can see that, but there's actually a grid that's on your stamping plate, and so I lined up where the edge of those words was with that line. And now looking at it, it looks crooked, so I'm going to change it. I must have moved it, hold on. So that's better. So I literally just looked down that edge of the wording there and looked at it against the line that's actually in the plate, and that is going to be my words. And then I wanted to do some spots all the way along the bottom here, but I thought, well, I can't do that and get close to this edge because it won't stamp. So what I then did was I turned my cardstock this way round, took this out, and worked out where my stamps would go in terms of getting to the edge. So I'll show you how all that works in a minute. It's probably easier if I get stamping and you can see it from there. So I'm actually going to start with those base spots because that's what I want to start with, and I want it to line up. See, on this one it goes over the edge slightly, so I'm going to pop a piece of grid paper that I've just cut down. I try and line my edges of my card up against the grid lines that are also in the base here. Slide that underneath while holding it in place. You notice that I'm not actually using the magnets. I don't find necessarily that you need them all the time. So I'm just going to use Soft Sky, and I'm inking up directly on here And then I'm going to bring my plate over and lift, ink up again. This time I'm going to take it out and do the hinge step move, bring it down, ink, and I'm just going to carry on doing that all the way down. This is great for when you want to get it exactly the same all the way. I'm going to do another card with, well, I've done another card with this technique as well, but I just thought I'd use it again here. And as you can see, you can either go down like this, or you can actually move this up and work out where that's going to go. Actually, that I did leave that there, I think, and I just brought it out for the next one. Depending on where your lines are, depending on the size of your stamp, sometimes moving it up and down the board, just make sure that it goes in there neatly so it's not rocking too badly, and then you're going to get it at the right angle. So always put them in literally straight down and then over. Okay, so that's my base done. Now I'm going to turn it over, and now I'm going to ink up this flower here, and I did that in Lemon Lime Twist, so that was Soft Sky, sorry, I should have said that. And now I'm inking up the whole flower in Lemon Lime Twist. Okay, I'm bringing it over and down, and it doesn't matter that there's another stamp on the other side, you can still get a good impression from that. There we go. And then I'm going to be putting these, I want these leaves and buds to come out from here, kind of up here like that. Okay, so I'm just placing it on my cardstock where I want it to be, and then I'm going to go down, pick up, and then I've got my stamp attached, come back down, ink it up, press it down, and there we go. And literally all I did was I just worked out where the edge of that rubber would be and did a rough approximation. It's actually gone in perfectly, which was not in my I didn't do it that well the first time around. So that's grand. And then I'm going to put these words in Berry Burst, and again up, over, straight over. There we go, and that's the basic card done. All I need to do now is I need to now do another one of these flowers, but in Berry Burst. So all I did for that was I took that out, switch these plates round, cleaned that off. Okay, so then I'm going to go back into this flower with Berry Burst, and I'm just going to press that down. I want a couple of those. I'm going to be doing this card a few times. And those pieces I fussy cut, but they're so easy to cut. Do another one, do another couple. Now if you think you're going to go over the side, like I think I'm going to go over the side, and you don't want to get ink all over your nice clean matte stamping base, because I only need the flower piece, then obviously you can put some grid paper down to catch your excess. So once it's on and working, it's so quick to do. You just have to make sure that you keep your colours in the right place. And don't put the wrong colour on the wrong stamp pad. So I'm hoping they're going to bring out something like this that will enable us to clean the Stamparatus quickly. Got too much bubbles on that now. There we go. Right, but normally you don't have to clean in between, it's just because I wanted to do those pink berry burst flowers. So let's do this again. I actually preferred my first. I think I prefer it where my flower is a little bit. These are a bit lower down, but that's okay. So you can just change that very quickly. So I'm just going to do that again. I think I need it a little bit more like that. I think. Yeah, it's because I picked it up to show you, and I moved it. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you that again. I'm going to go through the routine again. Now, obviously, you know, if you wanted to do these blue bits by hand, you could do that so that you're not having to do the hinge step thing. But I like the hinge step. I think it's so easy to get a good repeat pattern, and it means that if you miss anything, you just you know, you can just pop it down again, because that's the beauty of this, is that you can put the stamps back exactly where they were before, and you're not going to get any shadowy things going on. Okay, so we do that one. Oops. Last one. It's coming off screen now for you guys, sorry about that. There we go. And while I'm here, I'm just going to do the other two, because I want to make 4 of these. So see how easy it is to make duplicates of the same thing? Pop them in, and it doesn't matter which way round you're stamping. You can stamp from top to bottom, bottom to top. You can do them in any order, really. I'm going to speed through this now so that you're not listening to me waffling on. Just make sure you remember which one you're stamping with which colour. That's the thing you have to be careful, and don't stamp that one. And don't stamp your remember to stamp your stamp, not your pad. I can see myself doing that at some point. Okay, so now I'm going to come back in and do the words. And there's not really, because you're not getting too much ink on your stamp, because you're literally just inking straight to here, there's no real need to clean unless you go and really squish it down. It's much easier to get that light tapping here, which means that you don't need to clean your stamp off in between every one. Obviously, if you really squish it down and get loads of ink everywhere, or you start to see pooling in the wording, then yes, but generally that's foredone without any problem. So that's all of the Stamparatus work now complete. I mean, how quick and easy was that to do 4 of those? And I could just keep going. I could, you know, get this set up and think, actually, this could be my swaps for my next on-stage event, or this could be a wedding invitation or whatever, and you're off and running. So, but I want to show you how to finish this card. So what I would recommend is, once you have finished and you've done your stamping, is that you do clean your Stamparatus. Make sure that you've cleaned all the ink off your stamps. They're done. Make sure that if you've got any, see, I've got a bit of rogue, I don't know if you can see that. So I've got a bit of rogue berry burst just there. So I just don't know what side that's on. Must be on, no, it is on that side. There we go. Get rid of that, make sure that's not on there. Clean that side, clean that side. Okay, I'm just going to stand that up for a second. We've cleaned that side, clean that side. Okay, and then the one thing you need to remember is that you do not ever put both of these in at once. Okay, never ever ever try and close it like that, because you'll just smash your plates. So you take your stamps off, and then but I think I will actually do some more stamping. So take your plates off, store them separately like that, and take your base away and store that with your plates separately. Okay, but I'm just going to pop those over there for a moment so that you don't have to watch me putting all that away. And now I'm going to show you how I finish this card off. So I literally stamped these up, and I'm only going to do one, don't panic. This is got to be one of the simplest cutout size shapes you could come up with, because even though it looks fiddly, you're actually just going around the outside of the outline and you're not worrying about any of the insides, or you know, getting that to look perfect there, because it's just a gap. There we go. So that's your flower done. Then you need so let's just do this one, I won't do any more for the minute. I've used the miniature mini dimensionals just so that I can put 3 on. This gives me a little bit more movement in the flower shape itself. I can just give it a bit of a curl. You need to work out which bit's the top, and it's that little one there, is that little one there. So I'll pop that on. There we go. Okay, that's on there. And then this is 13.9 by 9.5. That's going to measure onto a 14.4 by 10 base. And I used my fast fuse, which is going. I'm devastated about that. Okay, here we go. Popped that onto my berry burst base. There we go. Oh, straight bit. There we go. Not straight bit. Sort of straight. That'll do. Yeah, not bad. Okay, and then I put ribbon around it. This is my cheat knot here. So I put the ribbon through the back, around the front. Make sure it's kind of straight. Oh, my eyes are so, my astigmatism's a bit, it never helps me when I'm trying to line up ribbon. Okay, here we go. I think that's about right. And then I just literally tied a knot in the front. There we go. Like that. Nice and tight. And then I smushed it to the back. So you rotate you actually kind of undo it a little bit and rotate one piece to the back. And by doing that, you get a flatter knot, if you know what I mean. If I can show you what I mean. You're basically tying the knot at the back, not the front. There we go, that's better. That's near enough. Cut that off. Cut that off. Oops. There we are. And then it's a soft sky base to match with your dots. Good heavens. This bit's carved been through the walls, but there we go. And then just give that a good burnish. There we go. Oh, don't get it tucked up. And then pop this on. Make sure I've got the front edge. Pop that on there like that. There we go. And then to finish, I've chopped all these up. One of these little glitter enamel dots. Because they come in berry burst, so it seemed a no-brainer really to use the berry burst colour. There we go. And added that to the centre there. There you go. So that's how you make that card using the Stamparatus. Very quick, very easy to make multiples. I'm going to now finish the others, and I'll come back again soon and show you the next card. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.